Salute everybody. Thanks for rocking with me. Subscribe if you haven't. This is just a throwback interview I did from my other channel with 3Letterman of PSA Hip Hop Podcast. This was done back in April 2017. Just want you guys to know some of the stuff is going to sound outdated because this is a throwback interview. Thank you for rocking with me in these coming weeks. I'll drop a lot of stuff that was on my old channel that I'm bringing over here. Again, subscribe if you haven't and hit the like button. Tuning in as always to the Jlegend Effect. I need y'all to subscribe on YouTube, on iTunes, and on SoundCloud. And make sure y'all check us out on we got more than just the show. We got some skits on YouTube too, so we need y'all to check that out. Right now we have on the phone with us the 3Letterman from PSA Podcast. Holla at the people.
Jlegend, what's good, man? You know what it is, man. I'm in the building, man. Thanks for having me, my nigga. I appreciate that, bro.
Thank you for coming on, man. I definitely appreciate you doing that.
Nothing, man.
Before we get into anything else, man, why don't you tell people a little bit about your show, PSA Podcast?
Well, PSA Podcast, you know what it is already. It's me and my bro Timbo. You know, we basically hold it down, and I like talking. You know, obviously my show is a lot of battle rap on there. But I like talking sports. I like talking hip-hop, too. Truth be told, Jlegend, I'd rather talk music and sports. But a lot of niggas be asking me to do that. But then when I do that, you know, the views ain't really up like that. But sometimes I don't even care about views. When it comes to sports, I just like having a conversation. Because those conversations are, you know, before battle rap got popping the way it is, music was always here.
Definitely.
Sports always been here. You know what I'm saying? So those two things we will never lose. But, yeah, our show is really... predicated on basically, you know, battle rap, hip hop, and sports.
I actually remember you a little further back from I still am. I just don't listen to it as much, but I used to hear you a lot calling on the Star Show.
Yes, sir. Shout out my man Star right quick. You know what it is, man.
With the debates and all of that from various things. So I thought later on when you did the PSA and you were touching different things, I thought that was fitting because that's what I knew you from.
Right.
And in between that though, y'all did have, you know, you were doing some work before with Angry Fan and with Timbo. I don't want to get into all of that stuff, you know what I'm talking about, but I do want to get into what made you guys you and Timbo want to somewhat transition from doing the straight Angry Fan thing to wanting to do something that included the sports and music.
Basically, when we was on Angry Fan, we basically just did battle rap, but that was cool. You know what I'm saying? Like, we still doing the same thing right now. And just, you know, things just ain't really work out the way it's supposed to work out. You know what I'm saying? Everybody got their opinion on how they felt about the situation.
Definitely.
Son do his thing, I do my thing. I don't contradict anybody's belief. People be thinking niggas have beef. Let me just tell niggas, beef, that's not beef, my niggas. That's not beef. Beef is when you're in jail and your girl come through a visit to tell you that she pregnant by some other nigga. That's beef. That's beef, my nigga.
Yeah.
That's beef.
Yeah.
So all this thing, you know what I'm saying? Nah, I think it didn't work out, man. That's just what it is. I don't have no ill will towards dude, man, at all. I don't have time for that. You know what I'm saying? That's just too much energy to be. I guess because you know what it is. Jlegend, I'm probably the oldest nigga in media, age-wise. So a lot of shit that niggas be, I don't really be caring about certain things. I got my voice and that's just what it is. If you notice, since we didn't go from that show, it's always been me and Timbo. You know what I'm saying? It's always been me and rocking since we left rocking with dude. It's always been me and him. And Timbo went through transition. He had to take care of some shit. And then I did my own thing, and then we connected back together. So we always, even when niggas wasn't doing the show for a while, we still talk. You know what I'm saying? Yeah. It's bigger than battle rap, so that's my bro. So that's just what it is.
Yeah,
no
definitely.
I got no ill will towards. Let me just say this right quick. Yeah. I have no ill will towards nobody in the media. If you niggas are looking for someone to beef with, you're going to be beefing with yourself. I promise you this. Yeah. Fans, I know you did the back and forth. Niggas love it. It's good for Twitter. I love this shit too. I'm guilty of it. Let's just keep it real. But I just ain't got no time to be beefing with a nigga about battle rap, about stupid shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, stupid shit, my nigga. Like, dumb shit. I ain't really beef for all that. So all the other niggas who want to beef, y'all could do all that other extra shit. I'm just not gonna do that shit. I'm not entertaining that. You know what I mean?
No,
a lot of
yeah,
niggas ask me about Son all the time. I don't know if niggas want me to bash him or whatever. Even if I feel a way how I feel about a lot of shit that went down, I'm just not gonna harp on it because it's been like how many years now? You know what I mean? Like I ain't really on that type of time, and I'm pretty sure he's not on that type of time either. That nigga got his own show. He got a Facebook group. You know what I'm saying? Like I always say, man, I would never say that nigga's not important to the culture.
Yeah.
You dig what I'm saying? I don't listen to his show, but I would never say he's not important to the culture. That's just blasphemy.
Yeah,
you know
definitely.
what I'm saying? It's a level of respect that I'm gonna have for dude when it comes to battle rap shit. Other shit, I might look at shit other differently, but Son is official when it comes to battle rap. I would never say that.
Yeah, and I agree with you 100% on that. That's why I asked you, instead of going into asking about him, that's why I asked you what made you want to go from just a battle rap show to something more versatile. Because I know it's been a lot of time spread in between. There's a lot of shit, and there are a lot of people. I'm definitely not one who want to go through the extra bullshit and create.
Yeah, of course.
Like, now, for me, I looked at it like it was what it was for the time, and that's why I asked you the question the way I did, because I don't even care about, you know what I mean? I want to know is, what point did you feel you wanted to expand it as far as wanting to include the sports and the music and not just the battle rap?
When we was over there, we already had PSA already popping up a little bit when we was over there, and now it just basically sports to hip hop. It was sports and hip hop based and shit. You know what I'm saying? He had so much shit on his hands. So I just wanted to talk about this shit. That's not my show. That's his show. You dig what I'm saying?
Agreed.
So I respect what it is. So when niggas just decided to go separate ways, yo, it is what it is. Niggas, all right, let's get it moving and shit. You know, all this extra shit with niggas. I do this shit for the love. I don't do this for competition. I don't do this shit to I'm better than you or my show's better than. I don't care about none of that shit. Son. I got a voice. I'm an OG in this shit. I got a lot to say. I've been around hip hop culture, sports culture since the 80s, my nigga. So it's not too much a nigga gonna teach me about bars, rhymes, music. I'm from the cloth, my nigga. I was around it. I've been around this hip hop shit forever. There's nothing I ain't really seen before Sugar Hill. That ain't my style. But from Run DMC down, my nigga, I've been around from a jitterbug, from a youngin'. So too much a nigga gonna tell me about music, bars, and then you incorporate battle rap bars, and then if you look at me on Twitter, you see the music I listen to. So it just goes hand in hand in battle rap. Like I don't listen to, no shade to the young niggas. I'm not into Migos and all these other young niggas. That's not my type of speed. No shade to them. I'm still a rugged 90s nigga. No, I'm not wearing 46 baggy jeans and 6L t-shirts like we did back in 94. But you know what I mean, son? You know what I mean, Jlegend? What it is, my guy. Yeah. So, you know what I mean? The extra shit, I don't be into that shit, man. Because niggas be, you know what it is? Niggas be wanting you to beef. I be thinking like niggas be wanting you to beef just so they want the back and forth.
Yeah, because they're entertained, but see, it just, number one, it speaks to the time that we in social media wise, right? Because that's the entertainment. But overall, when you really do the math on it, it's still how I see it as social media thugging. Like, you as a grown man, and you already said it in this conversation, that's not beef, man. It's a disagreement. You know what I'm saying? That's not beef.
That's all. That's not beef.
So for them, that's beef. They don't know no better. And they're looking for the entertainment, but everybody wants the entertainment till some shit happens that ain't funny no fucking more. And now everybody's an idiot. And I'm going to bring up specifically, without really getting into the details, but I did an episode talking about the Troy Ave situation when it initially happened. And I was explaining, for anybody who wants, y'all can go back and listen to that full thing. But what I was saying is, I was seeing people who I knew who wasn't built like that getting on social media, putting their opinions, and at first they was like, Troy Ave is soft, X, Y, and Z. But then when that whole situation happened, now it was Troy Ave was stupid for that.
You're a gangster.
No, but you had people sitting there saying, oh, he was stupid for that because now he threw away his life trying to be gangster. And my thing to all of them is, yo, man, like, how do you really want this? And then when I see people who I knew ain't built like that talking about what they would have done in that situation,
that just frustrates me because I'm a street dude for real with the resume to back it up from Harlem. I'm from Harlem. And it's like, yo, fam, you, like for me, when I first got on social media, I used to take shit serious when people would say things to me. And then I had to like realize that, hey, you know what? You motherfuckers just want the entertainment.
Yep.
Because when shit get real, not only do you not want a part of that, but you want to sit there and tell everybody they stupid for acting like that. That's what the fuck you wanted.
Yeah. You gotta remember, my nigga, a lot of niggas, whether you want to call it trolling or niggas be miserable at the crib, my nigga, they miserable.
Yeah.
They girl don't want them. they fucking kids walk around with shitty diapers for the last 3 days, my nigga. You feel me? They go in the fridge, ain't nothing to eat.
Yeah.
Wifey fucking paying all the bills while you home playing PlayStation, scratching your nuts, my nigga. Asking niggas, yo, I got $8 on the bag. What up?
Yeah.
I'm $2 short.
Yep.
For the dime.
Yep.
Come on, man.
Can you look out?
Can you look out,
Can
son?
you look out?
Then you gotta go to the store, ex Poppy, to front you a fucking a Dutch or some paper or green leaf, nigga. Get the fuck out of here, man. That's why I be telling niggas, I don't take this shit serious because the bigger picture for me is my family. You dig?
Yeah.
You niggas can scream number one. I'm number one in my family, my nigga. I take care of my family.
Yeah.
I got 3 kids and a wife. I hold them down, bro.
Yeah, that's all that matters, man. That's what really matters.
At the end of the day, my nigga, if anybody can take anything from this interview, Jlegend, take this. I'm a grown ass man with kids and I hold them down. Yeah. For real.
And I salute that, man. Definitely.
You can hate me. You can hate me for anything I say today on Jlegend show about battle rap, about music. You can say that fuck 3Letterman, Jlegend, fuck that nigga. That's cool. I'll take that. But when it comes to my seeds and my wife, I hold that down, my G.
Yeah.
I hold that down.
Yeah,
but
definitely,
let's go,
man. Definitely, and I salute that, man. That's the way it's supposed to be. Not this whole other clown ass social media shit that ain't about nothing. But switching gears, right before we got on this phone call, man, we were just talking about it. You were on social media. You was on Twitter, to be exact, talking about Slick Rick, Guru. So let me ask you, because we're gonna have a mixture of people who are a little bit younger and then people who, like myself, who have a better idea of the people that you're talking about. What was the actual debate you were having regarding Slick Rick or Guru?
Alright, well, here's the thing. I don't like what I put on Twitter, right? I said rank them in order. Rakim, Kane, KRS-One, LL Cool J, Slick Rick, Cool G Rap, and Guru, right?
Wow,
now,
what a list.
That's a crazy list. And I put here's a sidebar, Jlegend. I put good luck, LOL. Because I know it, niggas hitting me like, yo, son, get the fuck out of here, Dre. Why would you tweet this? Like, nigga, kill yourself.
Yeah.
Like, we ain't got, like, nigga, what you trying to do to us right now, son? But here's the thing. First of all, if you are young, I gotta start asking niggas, man, before you tweet me with the music shit, tweet me your fucking ID so I can see your name first, my nigga. Because if you a young nigga, yo, Jlegend, you on some G shit, my nigga. If you a young nigga, man, you shouldn't even be coming to me with them cards. Don't even talk to me, man. No disrespect.
Yeah,
but
man.
You can't answer this question, bro. Certain questions, you can't answer this.
Yeah.
You dig what I mean? Yeah. So niggas had their lists, and I was shocked at a few people, and I'm talking about, if you look on Twitter, it's even now, I'm looking at it right now, man, niggas is answering my question and shit. A couple niggas, fam, pick Slick Rick over Guru. I think that is blasphemy.
But why so? Why so?
I'm trying to ask these niggas why. So, in my opinion, or what these niggas? Hold on. You want
I want your opinion. I want your opinion.
I think this is easy. This is a layup. This is a layup answer, Jlegend. And I'm gonna tell you why it's a layup answer, my G. My nigga, I understand Slick Rick and Dougie Fresh popped off, and I'm talking about before the children's story and all this other shit. Lottie Dottie, 6 minutes. I get it, my nigga. I even get that Slick Rick brought Bally's in the game, you know, the big rope chain, you know, and I like children's story, the Great Adventures of Slick Rick album. That shit was fire. Hey Young World, Mona Lisa, Indian Girl.
Classic Jones.
Back. Yes, it was a classic album. Fire. Even to this day, they played children's story on the radio. And yes, Guru doesn't have no songs on the radio, but I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. Let me just throw it out there. If we're talking about catalog, and that's why I gotta go to catalog. One fire album My nigga, I got every Gangstar album down, even to them fucking Jazzmatazz albums that I really didn't like too much, but I bought it because Guru was on there. Premier had nothing to do with it. His catalog alone and bars to me is what are we talking about here? That's easy. Guru, he had Premier first of all. Guru had the ill, smooth, laid back flow. He had mad ill joints. I can't understand how a nigga would put Slick Rick over Guru. I think that is hip hop blasphemy 101. I just can't dig that.
Look, but you know what though?
If you want to put G-Rap,
that's what I'm taking.
Kane, Rakim, and them niggas, cool. But Slick Rick over Guru? Nah.
Listen, the reason why it's not that clear cut is because of the differences in styles though. You see, you might have a closer debate with someone talking about Kane versus Kool G Rap, where it's two completely different lanes from Guru and Slick Rick. So that's why I don't think
down to the production, my nigga.
But that's why I'm saying I don't think that's why it's clear cut. Because of the differences in styles. I think like if you was to put two similar styles together,
right?
You feel me? Like just to use a battle rap analogy, if you put a Rosenberg versus a Suge, or like we saw a Rosenberg and Swave. You understand?
Rosenberg and Suge did battle. That was a dope battle.
Yeah, and RBE joint. Yeah, right. But it's just I bring those up to say their styles are very similar. So that's a debate that you can actually have. You know what I mean?
You can't, Jlegend. What do you mean?
I'm gonna tell you why. Hold on, but I'm telling you why because you can't compare the styles. If you compare, to me, if you put people who are in a similar lane, it's easier to me to pick out who you think will be better. If you pick out people from two separate lanes, it's hard to debate that because they do two different things. You're gonna have somebody who just likes one thing more than the other. They're not gonna have a fully rational conversation with you only because they like one style versus the other.
But my nigga, you harping on the style aspect, and I get it, Jlegend, but there's one aspect you have not touched on, my brother. What about the catalog? The catalog. If we listen, you do a Slick Rick set. All right, me and you right now, right?
Okay.
Remember when Just Blaze and Swizz Beatz had a face off?
I still ain't see it. I've always heard it. I haven't seen it.
You heard about it, right? But me and you have a face off, right?
Yeah.
You get your music with Slick Rick. I get my music with Guru. I beat you by 46 points, my nigga. I beat you by 46 points. I'm beating you by, bro.
I don't know, man.
My nigga, are you serious?
I don't know.
My nigga, what are you gonna play? The whole Slick Rick, one Slick Rick. Hold on. You're gonna play one Slick Rick album, Lottie Dottie, and 6 minutes with Dougie Fresh. Nigga, I could play every Guru. I could pick 3 songs to 4 songs off every Gangstar album from 1989. Hold on, my nigga. From 1989 to damn near 2003. What are we talking about here?
So now,
89 to 2003.
Hold on, but now I'm gonna tell you. Listen,
music we talking about, fam.
Hold on. What you just said right now, you're 1,000,000% correct. I'm not gonna debate that. Because the truth is, what you just said right now just took over the whole conversation. You're 100% right. You're 1,000,000% right. I'm just saying that you're still gonna have people who are gonna say, hey, the Slick Rick records that you named that are more popular, and then you gotta remember too that he was in jail for many years, right? You're gonna have people who are gonna say, hey, the Slick Rick records though are gonna be recognized faster by the masses than a Guru would. It don't mean he was better.
I agree with that.
It doesn't mean he's better. Yeah, it doesn't mean he was better, not at all. But you can understand how people will be it's certain Slick Rick records that you threw on right now, and everybody will be like, "Oh
Children's
shit!"
Story. Now listen, like I said earlier, they still play Children's Story on the radio till this day, my nigga. Till this day, Hey Young World is still relevant till this day.
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. You could play one set of every song on fucking The Great Adventures of Slick Rick album. You could play every song, Indian Girl, all that shit. You could play The Ruler's Back, Mona Lisa, all that. Kit, the fucking drive in the car like Kit and all that crazy shit. Like, but Gangstar Guru for street grimy niggas like yourself from Harlem that like from the concrete pavement, 80s, 90s era, my nigga. Come on, man.
Yeah. Listen, I'm still to this day, I still be rocking Mass Appeal. That's still one of my favorite. Listen, that beat alone, I could play the beat alone on a fucking day. You know what I mean?
Yeah, my nigga, you got Guru with the raw, grimy beats, and then you got Guru with that. And you know, if we just take out some people will say, "Oh, Premier made Guru," but damn, they made each other.
No, they complimented each other.
Yeah, they compliment each other. So I never want to have that debate. Who made who? Oh, it's like, with Prodigy, he was only dope because he had Havoc beats. Niggas love saying that too, but P was still fucking dope regardless. You know what I'm saying? Like, he was dope regardless. You could put P on any kind of beat back in early mid 90s. And he was catching wreck. You know what I mean?
So for the people who are listening who aren't familiar with the music, right? Because I want to talk about two other artists, but before we get to them two artists, as far as Slick Rick and Guru go, Gangstar as a whole, whichever way you want to cut it. If there was one song from each one of them that you want people to absolutely listen to, which one would it be?
Wow. Damn. All right. Ooh.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
This nigga put me on the spot right here, son. That's a dope ass question. Let me throw that out there too, my nigga. This nigga put me on the spizzy, but I like that though. I don't like niggas asking me, yo, I'm gonna ask you X, Y, and Z. I hate when niggas do that shit to me, first of all. So I don't do that to niggas and shit. Yo, what we gonna talk about? At my age right now, where I'm at right now in my life, I would say Hey Young World cause that's a song I play for my kids and shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey Young World is a positive message. I would say Hey Young World for Slick Rick, definitely. Hey Young World, you can play that shit right now. You know what I'm saying? Chicago, you motherfuckers need to play that shit every day in every school, I think, before they start school at fucking 7:30.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? If we keep it a buck, my nigga.
Listen, they need to play that. They need to play We Are the World. They need all that shit in Chicago schools right now, man.
They need to play We Are the World, all that shit, my nigga, for real. We Are the World, fucking Michael Jackson, fucking Dionne Warwick and all the motherfuckers back in the day, my nigga, all that shit. For real.
They need some Queen Latifah Unity. You need all that shit right now.
All that shit, my nigga. UNITY, all them positive joints, my dude. All that. Fight the power, public enemy. What you want to throw in there, man? Tupac, if my homie calls, I don't know, man.
Yeah.
Throw all them shit.
All that shit. But give us a record from Gangstar Guru that they have to listen to a month.
Ah, man. What song from Gangstar?
Besides Mass Appeal, everybody knows Mass Appeal.
Nah, I'm not gonna throw Mass Appeal, but there's so much, man. I could throw Take It Personal. I'm gonna say a song that no one talks about from. Nah, you know what? I'm gonna say Gangstar. He got a song called Battle, right? And the reason why I would say that, because there's a certain bar that I like so much. He goes, "Son, you bore me with your war stories. You ain't even do that shit. So that's just small stories." The reason why I like that line, because we live in an era of niggas be on social media, want to put pistols in front of Facebook and show how allegedly how gangster these niggas want to be and shit, because they think this is a cool thing. You little dumb niggas, let me tell you something real quick here on Jlegend Show. Stop flashing burners on fucking Facebook, IG, and all that dumb shit. You niggas are dumb. Don't you know the feds and the thing called La Policia, they are like fucking, remember Sting in WCW when he used to be on the rafters and shit?
Yep.
That's what these niggas are doing on social media, the feds. They're looking down on you niggas, man. What the fuck you think you putting out? Just because you have an account, my niggas, that's not your account, bro. But niggas be getting misconstrued. So yeah, that's the reason. That's why I like that line so much. So I picked Battle, because of that line right there in the era that we in. A lot of these little niggas be acting crazy. Like, they should have never gave some of you niggas a social media account. Some of you niggas should have been screened. Some niggas need to be screened and drug tested before they get an account, man. The shit they be doing and saying is just like some reckless shit.
I'm agreeing with you, man. But you brought up two other artists that I want to get into, Kane and Kool G Rap. Now I have to tell you, I'm gonna go a little bit, just a pinch over to Kool G Rap, because not only
I'm not mad at that.
You know, it's the lifestyle he spoke about, all these sort of things, you know, that I personally could probably relate to a little bit more. I couldn't be mad at anybody going either way, but just for the people who are listening who, again, aren't familiar with the music, what about these two did you like in general? About their style, their anything, lyrically, whatever it was? All
right, well, let's start Kane first, because I'm from Brooklyn. He's born in Brooklyn, so I don't want to be on some Brooklyn bias shit, because I love G-Rap, first of all. I'll get into G-Rap in a sec. Kane, had fashion with the fucking MCM leather bomb jackets and shit. The ill fade, 3 cuts in the eyebrows, trying to wild out on some old shit. He had Scoop and Scrap as dancers. Yo, my nigga, he birthed Jay-Z. Like, you could say that Hov, I mean, niggas would say Jazzo, of course, because he was, you know, Hov came up with the Jazzo. But Hov would tell you himself, he got a lot of shit from Kane also. You know what I mean? Here's the thing with Kane, man. Obviously, when you think of Kane, Ain't No Half Steppin' is the first song that probably comes to your head. And I remember as a youngster how popular that song was when my older cousins used to play that shit in the crib. This is WBLS Kiss FM days in New York City, ladies and gentlemen. For young niggas that don't know about that. Before High 97, you know what I'm saying? So, like, Kane was dope. He was more, different styles because Kane, and then you had the shorties that like Kane too. You feel me? The women love Kane. I knew girls when I was in junior high used to have Big Daddy Kane posters on their fucking wall. I think this is what fucked Kane up though, is him with the women, because after a while, Kane stopped giving us them raw raps. It started, my nigga, he had an album called, Taste of Chocolate? The nigga was doing something, come on, my nigga. The nigga was wearing, yo, hold on, my nigga, there's a video, right? There's a video with Kane, Grand Poobah, CL Smooth, I think Tribe is in there also. I think it's called Don't Curse. It's Don't Curse. If anybody at home listening to this after this show, go to YouTube and pull up Big Daddy Kane, Heavy D, P-Rock and CL Smooth. The song is called Don't Curse. Go look at Kane's outfit he was wearing, my nigga. The nigga had on some purple rodeo. Like, he just started wild and doing songs with Barry White. Like, he just started, like, you know what I mean? So
it was too much.
The woman flocked to him.
Yeah.
His music just changed. And I respect it because he was different. He was living a different kind of lifestyle. So his music just changed on us, right beneath our eyes. You know, but Kane, it is what it is with Kane. Now, G-Rap, for me, in my era, I know people would say, I think a lot of OGs before me would say probably Schoolie D and some other niggas that they know. But if we're going to keep it raw to raw, in my opinion, this is the first East Coast gangster, Cool G-Rap. The first, I mean, like I said, I'm from the Run DMC down era, so if you say Run DMC, they had some shit here and there. But Rakim too, you could say to a lesser degree, because he was spitting God body shit. KRS was the fucking teacher. Slick Rick was all about being fly. Chunk jewelry, all that fly shit, rocking 30 chains, looking like Mr. T. Kane had the chicks, but could spit the raw shit. But G-Rap was just all gutter. And he was a fucking head of his time, my nigga.
I agree.
On his flow and delivery alone, my nigga. Even if you go back to the fucking symphony with him, Craig G, Master Ace, and that G-Rap verse just, it blew your fucking mind the way he was. I mean, Ill Street Blues, my nigga. Do I really gotta talk about the Ill Street Blues? This nigga, like, alright. Niggas would say Nas sound like Rakim, but he also got G-Rap in his blood veins too, my nigga. Or in his hip-hop veins.
I can see that.
Nas does have, like, G-Rap birthed that nigga too. Let's not get it twisted.
I think it's a few people from that time that you can listen to and you can say G-Rap has some influence on them.
Eminem flow alone. Eminem's flow got a little G-Rap behind it, bro. That did it a little bit. If you listen to early Eminem, yeah. So yeah, G-Rap, I mean, come on, man. G-Rap was everything, my dude. Everything. And I think he gets lost in the source of people that doesn't get talked about. And it's almost a guru effect also. He didn't really have songs out there that to the masses, radio-wise. Yeah. But you gotta remember, in our era, 80s, 90s, we didn't give a fuck about the radio. We didn't, they wasn't really blessed to hip-hop like that, so we didn't care unless they played once on weekends when Chuck Chill Out and Mr. Magic and them niggas and shit. And Red Alert and these niggas would only play shit at nighttime on a Friday, Saturday night. You know what I mean? I'm talking about tape era when you had to take your mother's fucking Anita Baker tape, crack that shit and put some cotton tissue between them bitches. They got no more cassette tapes. Yep. To tape your fucking music off the radio. You know niggas don't even know how lucky you got to access the way you got to music. You know what I mean?
Listen, I was telling my young homeboy, I said there was a point in time hip hop didn't even have its own station.
Facts.
We didn't even do that. You got you got sprinkled on other radios certain songs. And that's why you can also understand the the Run DMCs and them trying to make a little more of a commercial, so to speak, or crossover kind of music, because
once Run DMC did Walk This Way, they was out of here. Pew! They Walk This Way with Aerosmith shit, and Aerosmith was in the video. Pew! Out of here. It was gone. Next level shit.
We didn't even have our own radio station. Now that we have all that, and like you said, the way now music get consumed in general, like, it's nothing like how it was back then. And it was like that, like, you know, taking even your mother's gospel tapes, Lionel Richie, and putting tissue in this shit.
Hold on, Jlegend. How about this? How about this, my nigga? Well, now these youngsters, they don't even have to go to they don't know about waking up in the morning on a Tuesday, going on a line with 30 niggas in front of you, trying to grab a tape before you go to school type shit. Nah, they just go to their fucking computer, press. I go to iTunes, go to Apple, wherever the fuck they get their music and consume their music, and it's right there. Your access right there. Bang.
There's no hoping the tape didn't sell out. There's none of that.
What you know about, my nigga? What niggas know about you going to the store and there's one Illmatic tape there left, and you dolo in there gonna grab it, and there's 5 goons behind you looking at you, talking about, nigga, you better not grab that last Nas tape, or we're gonna catch you outside and beat your fucking mouth.
Hey, yo, let me tell you something,
I've seen niggas go through that. I've seen niggas go through that, my nigga. This is real.
Yo, the first Wu-Tang, 36 Chambers, I saw a nigga get beat up like that over that.
You feel me? That shit is real, though. Shit was real. Niggas did not understand how shit was real, man.
Alright, y'all, we're gonna stop this episode right here. Show us love, please. Subscribing does not cost you anything. Please tell a friend to tell a friend. We'll see you guys on the next episode.